I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't stop. When I feel
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We are jumping back into PowerWash, so hopefully we can get this big behemoth done. So my weekend at the casino was a flop. It was not the greatest I've ever had. Where we normally stay was just, it wasn't good. They've went downhill. I guess the economy is affecting the casino, which naturally it would, you know. But we didn't even have blankets on our bed, y'all. And I had to call down to the front desk at like 11 o'clock at night when we got back. You know, I didn't notice it when we first got into the room and we dropped our bags and we kind of changed into fresh clothes and freshened up our makeup and stuff. And then we went down to the casino. I never noticed that our beds did not have blankets on them. Never noticed it. And so, you know, tired, just emotionally drained because the machines were so tight you couldn't even sit and play. I mean, it was just lose every spin. Max bet, minimum bet, didn't matter. It was just nothing. There was nothing. And so we come back and I'm like, oh my god, that was awful. I'm just ugh. And so I wanted to just go lay down. I get ready for bed and I go to get into bed and there's no freaking blankets on that mug. I'm like, what the heck? I was like, there's just 2 sheets. And I go to pull that one sheet off and it's covering I don't even know, it looks almost like a piss pad or something on that's covering the mattress. And I'm like, well, that ain't right. That ain't right. I've never seen a hotel bed like that before. So 11 o'clock at night, I call down to the front desk. It rings about 15 times before anyone even answers it. And I'm like, what in the crap? And she's like, front desk. And I said, hi, I'm a little confused. I was like, we got back up to our room and we noticed we have no blankets on our beds. She said, we're having a shortage of blankets. All right, I'm just going to say it. This was Sam's Town, Tunica. I love the place and I just don't know what's going on with them. And I'm like, a blanket shortage? I don't understand. She said, oh yes ma'am, it's very real. I was like, okay, but I very really would like some blankets. I said, all I have are sheets. I'm on a blood thinner. I get cold. I was like, so I would like some blankets on my bed. And she was like, well, I can have 2 ready for you if you can send someone down to the front desk. And I was like, okay, sure. I was like, I'll send someone down to get them. She was like, okay. And then hung up. And I was like, wow. So I send Dreas down there to the front desk to go get the blankets for our beds. And like, I don't know, 20 minutes later, I'm like, what is going on? Where is he? All he had to do was walk down the front desk. Which, let me tell you again, let's just start from the beginning on this one. I reserved 2 queen beds because I don't like to be squished. I can't make room. You know, me and my sister sleep together sometimes, and if she just touches me, okay, that sounded really bad. Sleep in the same bed, if she even touches me, I'm like, "Ugh, get off me. It's too hot. I'm one of those, you know. But yeah, I freeze all night, so I gotta have blankets. So I'm awful. Awful. And we get up to the room, putting my suitcase down, and I'm like, what is this? Y'all, the beds. I reserved 2 queens. We did get there late. We got there at 5:30 instead of 3, which check-in's at 3. I understand that. The beds were barely bigger than twin size. I mean, maybe they were what they would consider full size. I don't know. But I was like, what in the absolute shit is this? I don't understand. And I'm just grumbling. I'm like, I've been going to Samstown for a long time. A long time. And I'm like, I have never ever seen such small beds. Ever. At that hotel. Honestly, Isabella has a twin size bed that she sleeps in. And it was maybe just a tad bigger than that. So if they considered that full size, I don't know. Even that is wrong. It's just off. So I'm pissed, you know. I'm like, what is this? They screwed up my reservation. They put me all the way up on the 6th floor. Okay, with this pseudotumor I have, I get like motion sickness and stuff a lot. I gotta be careful with the games I play. It can cause seizures, and I don't like being up high. And I know I told them. So I'm like, So that is why I pick, you know, the queen size, king size beds and all that stuff is for my comfort. I pick the handicap rooms if they have them available. And I always say if someone comes in who is, you know, in a wheelchair or something like that and would need it more than me, I'm all for that crap, man. I don't want to take a handicap room just for my own comfort. But those are, you know, they're on the lower levels. They're easier to get to. So I made sure I reserved my room early. And plenty of time. And I know I said low level floor. Well, we get there and we're stuck up on the 6th floor, 66 doors down. 6. I'm like, yep, I shouldn't even gamble. So I'm just pissed, you know, and that's how that day got started. Then come back up that night to no blankets, and we go through that whole thing. Well, Dreas finally gets back with the blankets, and he has one of the like duvets with no duvet cover on it, you know, the stuffing in it. And I'm like, and then one is just I don't even know what the hell it, and I don't know. It's just some brown, nasty looking terry cloth throw thing, which is probably a blanket they put with the duvet when it has a cover when they want to actually make the beds. So I'm like, this is what they sent you? He was like, yes. He was like, oh, but that's not all of it. He said, I had to find someone. He said, I got down to the desk, walked straight down to the desk, and there was nobody there. And there was signs saying, you know, find a security person if you're looking for someone at the front desk. He said, so I walked around until I found one. He said, and the one I found was right there before you get onto the casino floor. He said, so I talked to that man, and he comes back to the desk and he's like, I'm going to tell you, I don't know where blankets and stuff are. And he was like, I don't know what all of this is and what to do. He's like, but I'll help you out. And then I guess somehow the woman from the front desk comes back and she ends up saying, well, this is all we got, or this is all we can spare, and hands him that mess of crap. But it takes so long just to get anything done, just to find somebody that knew, because it's not the security job or security person's job to know where the freaking blankets for the rooms are. Ugh. Anyways, that's what took him so long, and that was the best they could come up with. I'm like, you know what? We'll take it. That's just better than nothing. It's barely better than nothing, but it's better than nothing. So we'll take it. I walked all the way around there, y'all, and look, there's one right there. So I fixed the beds up and everything. And my sister, you know, she's like, that's fine too. So we're all just tired. We don't care, really. We just want to go to sleep, make the most of a bad situation. That's horrible here. And I gotta turn on the TV, and it's nothing but static. It is just shit. It's just shit. It's just all staticky. And I get behind it and I'm wiggling the wires and stuff, and it kind of comes in, but it's all snowy, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And so I can't see where it's plugged in at, and I go to turn on the lamp, and the lamp don't work. Oh God. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not cool. This is not cool. So I'm bitching. It's like, I don't know. I guess at that time it was probably past midnight. I drove for 6 hours, y'all. Didn't get no sleep because the night before it was a freaking storm. Power was out. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's a tornado. I'd talked myself into the fact that before we left our house, we had a tornado. And so I didn't sleep. And I was tired. I was so tired. And then I was still up after midnight trying to... I don't even know why I was fooling with the TV. I was so tired. I really would have fell asleep without it. I don't know. But then I'm like, okay. But that's just the way it is. And we go, you know, we do our thing. We go to the little restaurant down there. Oh, it's not a restaurant. It's like you just get food or you can sit and eat. It's called Smoky Joe's. This food has always been phenomenal. The hamburger's so big you had to cut them in half because you can't eat them all, you know. Big old huge waffle fries, just goody goodness. And that's all I'm craving is this big huge Sam's Town burger. Oh my gosh, with them big old fries. And I get down there and the prices have went up, you know. It's expensive. And I'm like, well, the economy, you know, you can't expect the prices to stay the same. You can't expect it. And I didn't care. They're worth it because even before everything else, I was like, they're not charging enough for these. They're delicious. So I was okay with paying $12 or whatever it was. I think it was $12, $11.99. Well, that's not even counting your drink. I was fine with it. Perfectly fine. So I ordered that. Dreas orders Philly cheesesteak, which is like on sub bread and stuff, and it's always been just massive and delicious. And I ordered my sister another of the Sam's Town cheeseburger because we loved those big things, and we usually saved them because we'd only could only eat half of them, you know. And we would put them in the fridge and save them for if we got hungry later, you know. So I order this shit. And I'm standing there waiting, and I go fix our fountain drinks and all that. It comes to like $57 because I paid for everybody's. And I'm just sitting there like, God. That price really hurt. But I get it, so I'm okay with it. Because like I said, those cheeseburgers are so worth that price. The woman calls out our number. We walk up there, get our stuff. Walk up to the room because I don't like to eat in front of people. Not a lot. I mean, I will. I don't like to. My sister's worse than me. So we take our stuff and we go to the room where we can just pig out in peace. We get up there to the room and I sit on my little Barbie doll sized bed. And I open my tray of food. I swear to God, y'all, this hamburger is the size of a freaking kid's meal hamburger. The meat is, I don't even know, the thickness of it is maybe like a pencil. And the French fries, not only are they overcooked and tiny, little crinkle cut Walmart French fries, but you got like, I think I counted 15. And I just look at that plate and I'm like, I hate this place. I'm never coming back. I was like, that's it. I am never coming back to Sam's Town. After 16 years of going at least twice a year. Which that's not a lot, and it's not going to hurt their bottom line at all. But after all that, I just sat there and I was just staring at that hamburger. I'm like, I'm never coming back here. I hate this place. It's awful. And now granted, I've had a rotten trip from the get-go. Just the whole 666 room and 6th floor. Well, actually the room was 6166. So, yeah. All of that crap. I was miserable. I was pissy. And I vowed I would never go there again. So the next morning, we have stuff at the Fitzgerald, which is the little shamrock place. I had never really went there a whole lot because I always focused on Sam's Town. They were good to me. They comped me rooms. They comped me food. They gave me great play comps. I was like, why would I leave? You know? Y'all. We get over to that Fitz. And they have given me competitively good comps. And they gave me free buffet foods, which their buffet is open. Sam's Town don't even have a buffet anymore, which that pissed me off, you know, which they haven't. I knew that was coming. I thought maybe after this whole COVID fiasco that they would open it back up. Now that the world is over it, we're done with it, move on. Anyways, they didn't. They have I don't even know what, some kind of, you can get burritos or tacos in the place, the whole huge place where the buffet used to be. Is you can get burritos or tacos at a certain time. I don't know. Just what the hell ever, you know? So we get over there. We eat that buffet at the Fitz. It was freaking amazingly good food. It was all you can eat buffet. It was completely comped for me, Andreas, and my sister. And because me and my sister each had 2 free buffets, I paid for the lady behind me. Sweet lady, her and her husband or boyfriend or whatever was there, and I was just like, "Do you have comps for food?" And they was like, "We have one." And I said, "Good, you're with us." And so she was our fourth, you know. And that woman was like, "That's perfectly fine. We're okay with that." So we did that, and we paid for that woman's buffet, and we went and ate that food, and it was so good. And I sat down at the machines, and I'm like, okay, I don't have a whole lot of money to lose because I blew it all at Sam's Town. And then I remembered, you know, I have the free play, and which I had 80 at Sam's Town, and that stuff was like, and I think it's spending 75 cents. It was like, bonk, 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 gone. It was, I don't think I even won over 25 cents for that $80 in free play. It was just awful. And so I had 50, I think, at Fitz, which is weird because I never really went there a lot. And and I sat there and I put $20 in of the promo cash, put it in, and I start spinning. And I hit for like $50. I'm like, holy crap. And I ended up winning, I don't know, $300 or $400 there. All total, you know, at Fitz. Played for a really long time on their cash. And I enjoyed it. I still left with like $70 cash. I got so many points. It was so much I actually got up to, I was spending almost $2 a spin. And still kind of just floating. I would win and lose and win and lose. So it kind of evened out. But it was enjoyable because I could set at one machine without having to constantly pump my money in it. I could cash out and move to the next machine, and I had that little thrill of, is it going to be a losing machine? Is it going to be a hitting machine? Is it going to be a what I call floating, where you can just set and, you know, get some points and play and have fun? It wasn't like that at Sam's Town the entire trip. It was not like that. At Fitz, it was almost every game that I played. Eventually it would take it all back. But I was okay with that because I was like, you know what? I'm going to start earning points for here. I don't know what the rooms look like. I've never stayed at Fitz. It has always been Sam's Town. I have been a diehard Sam's Town fanatic. Nobody else mattered to me. So I started trying to rack up points. And y'all, when I go and I have the money, I will throw down some cash, and I'm okay with it. And I always have been at Sam's Town. I've always been like, you know what, if they take a few hundred, 400, 500, 600, they gave me a room, they fed me. It's like a little mini vacation. I would have paid more if I'd have went on a trip to Florida. And I would have had less fun because I normally have fun at Tunica, you know. I normally kind of play the games, and there's always that off chance you hit it big, but either way, you know, that's okay because you're having fun. Sorry, I don't know what I'm hitting that button for. But this trip, it was just, I was miserable. I was like, this is dog crap. This place has went to dog crap. I don't know what happened. I don't know. But I'm not the only person that's seen it. I know it. Because I loved that place. And it could do no wrong. But I'm telling you right now, it has done wrong. It's bad. It's horrible. And I will not return there. It's that bad. And I hate that. Short of them just sending me a, we're sorry we effed up. complimentary. I don't even know what would make up for it, because I just don't know, honestly. I don't know if they could get me back. In which it doesn't matter to them. My little piddly crap doesn't matter. But it's like my sister. Her son-in-law is one of their high rollers. You know, he will throw down thousands of dollars. And when she goes home and tells him the crappy crap that's going on down there, he's not going to waste his time. He only goes because we love it. And when he goes, most of the time she goes. And if she's not happy with it down there, which she absolutely was not either, he ain't going to go. And that's gonna hit him. And this is just one family. And there's probably about, with all our friends and stuff, there's probably about 15 of us that end up going. So, if there's others out there that feel like this, maybe eventually it's going to hurt their bottom line a little bit. And maybe they'll see, yeah, times are hard. You don't shortchange on your people, though. You don't do that. People come down there for a good time. If they're just going to throw money in your machines and have to sleep on a freaking bed with no blankets, why the hell would we go there? Why? When right up the road is a place that's a hell of a lot better. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. That's not good business. I'm just really disappointed because I love Sam's Town. They've always been so good to us. And I will say, I did have $100 food credit at the steakhouse, Twain Steakhouse, and we did eat there. That was amazing, y'all. That is some of the best food. So I'll tell you this. I will be staying at the Fitz or wherever else. I might end up having to do the Harrah's. I don't really like Harrah's, but might end up having to go there just to have a decent hotel room again. I don't know how good Fitz is. I'm going to try. But I will eat at Twain's Steakhouse at Sam's Town because every time I've ate there, that place has been phenomenal. The food, yeah, it seems like the portions are a little bit smaller, but that's to be expected. I'm okay with that. Okay with it. The bone-in ribeye, $64. That's freaking expensive. But again, the quality makes it where you can manage that. I'm okay with that. And I'm not rich by any means, y'all. Not even close. I'm actually probably considered poor. So, if I'm willing to use that $64 worth of credit just to get that steak, it's a dang good steak. Because I could have used that at that Smoky Joe's and got their freaking Happy Meal cheeseburger. Y'all, come on, man. I don't know. It was awful. It was awful. I just can't believe that my one happy place, that's my vacation. That's where I want to go. When people ask me, where do you want to go on your birthday? What do you want to do? I want to go to Sam's Town. I want to go to Tunica. Well, this November, I will not be going to Sam's Town. I will not. I put as much money as I could in the Fitz. I want to see the points and stuff. I think I almost put enough in at the Fitz to go up a card level. I didn't care. I was like, you know what? If I can't go to Sam's Town anymore, these people are going to get all of me. But it really broke my heart. Because I love Sam's Town. I love the people. I mean, I've been going for so long. I see the people's faces that have been there for a long time. Like, oh, hey, that's that little guy that does the giveaways and stuff. And he's so cute. I always thought he was such a little cutie, And it's sad because I won't let myself go there again. And it's just, it's sad because it's not the little workers' fault. I wasn't mean to nobody. I didn't make no disrespectful comments, although I felt like it. And maybe that front desk woman was a little witchy. But you know what? If it was the same one, she was witchy when we got there. Y'all know me. I went to check in and some man was over there asking for extra coffee for his room, and I looked at her and I kind of smiled and I said, "This ain't my first rodeo." I said, "I know that we don't ever have enough coffee in our rooms." I said, "So I brought the little Keurig with our pods. Said that way we ain't got to come down here and bother y'all for coffee." She was looking, she said, "Well, good for you." Didn't even really crack a smile, or that's good for you, or that's good, ma'am, or something. Didn't even crack a smile. And I was just like, oh, okay. I don't know. But who knows, you know? She might be grumpy because they cut her pay. The way they screwed with everything else, they probably did. It's just, I won't go there again. I won't. I'll save my money and I'll go to the Fitz and I'll give them my money, and if I get to where I don't like them, I'll go somewhere else. But another thing and another thing, it was St. Patrick's Day weekend. It was a holiday weekend. It was a beer drinking, partying weekend. What better place to be than a casino, right? No. You know what Sam's Town did for St. Patrick's Day? Nothing. They had no kind of event scheduled. Nothing. The Fitz, yeah, you know, they're all about them shamrocks. They had green beer, party favors, live music on the stage, all kinds of... They had a big place where you could just take pictures and shit. They threw down. And then you look on Sam's Town, their little event, and it's like slot tournament, $30,000 slot tournament, NBA, some shit that I could care less about. I'm like, they're not doing anything for St. Patrick's Day. That's not right. So instead of being where the party was, you know, and having fun and going down and playing, we stayed at freaking Penny Pinchers Club. So we had to leave the Fitz. We stayed as late as we could, but, you know, you get too much later and you're going to have people out driving and drinking, especially on that freaking awesome party weekend. So we had to go back to our little generic budget hotel room. Thank God we went with a full belly of their beautiful buffet from Fitz. We didn't get to party. We just basically went back to Sam's Town and went straight to our room. We didn't even really gamble. At that point, I was like, these mother hunchers ain't getting anything else. Nothing else from me. They gave me a $50 slot play. $50 slot play. I went down there. Believe it or not, I hit it because the machine I was playing at Fitz, they had one at Sam's Town, and I kept trying to play the same bet and stuff, and it was just like suck. So I had their $50 credit. I went to that machine and I played until they got me down to about $5, and I was like, you MFers. So I did my last $5 bet. I was like, I'm done with here, and I just bet $5. My last 5 hit what did I hit? $70 or something. I was like, it was 73 something. So I spun it just a few more times. and I cashed out at 70. I was like, ha, there. That's what you get. That's what you deserve. You give me 50 and I'll take 20 of yours. So, thanks. And I left. I didn't stick a penny in there. And I won't. Anything else they send me will be the same way. If I lose it, great. If I win anything, I'm cashing out, moving on to the next. I mean, honestly, I don't even think I'll be going back there. Maybe for Twain's. And eventually, me not playing there, I'll lose the promotions and all that. And I feel like I'm okay with that. It's just not worth it. The place has went to ruin. They might as well close the doors, in my opinion. Because they're dead to me. They're dead to me. The amp has said so, so it must be true. But anyways, it wasn't all horrible. Like I said, the steakhouse, me, Andreas, and my sister all went to the steakhouse, and we all ate like kings and queens, and it was good and delicious. It was worth every penny of Samstown's money, and I have no remorse for using their credit. I feel like just walking all the way to our room with me the way I am, my conditions, and having to lug all our... There wasn't even a cart down there, y'all. They must be having a cart shortage, too. I don't know. But we had to lug all our luggage and shit, too. So, it was just piss poor service, honestly. And I hate that because I loved that place. And it could do no wrong until it did everything wrong. And now it's dead to me. But other than that, we had a great time. I will be going to Tunica again, but it will not be there. Like I said, I'm going to work on the fits and see what their rooms. I've never even looked at their rooms. We should have at least asked if we could get a tour of a room or something while we was there, but guess it'll be a surprise. It couldn't get much shittier than what we had at Samstown. No blankets on your bed, just sheets and the piss pad or whatever that is that they put on the bed. The TV didn't hardly work. The lamp didn't work. The food was pathetic. So yeah, it can't get much worse. I don't feel like giving the fits, I don't feel like giving them a chance is gonna break my heart at all. So that's what we'll do. That is what we'll do. And so we went back to Tennessee afterwards, and I picked up my daughter from her grandma and grandpa, and I visited with my mom and dad for a little bit. We had oh yeah, I was so pissed, y'all. We didn't even stay the whole time. I had rented a room for Sunday night. We was gonna leave Monday because we was gonna party hardy, you know. And it's my sister's birthday. We were all so upset. We were ready to go. I was like, I don't even want to stay in this hotel room another night. So we packed up our crap and we left a day early. I had to end my vacation a day early because they were so shitty. I don't know what could cause a casino of that magnitude to have a blanket shortage. I mean, what? It's just ridiculous. It's like, did they have a full-size person bed shortage as well? Did they have a lamp that works shortage? Did they have a TV that you can see through the snow shortage? I have never, ever, ever, ever experienced that place that crappy. I've had rooms where the lamp don't work or the TV might not work or something. You call down to the desk and 10 minutes later it's taken care of, fixed, and you're up and running. It took 10 minutes just to get somebody to freaking come to the desk to take care of us. No. And I'm not buying this COVID crap anymore. Yes, COVID, I'm sure, was real. Or their version of it is probably not, but there was some kind of something going around where it was bad. I don't know. People died. My friends almost died. I've had family almost die from it. I'm not saying COVID wasn't real. I'm saying there's a lot to it that they're just feeding on. Keeping it alive, keeping it going. And there's no reason that effing casino needs to ride on that coattail, use that as an excuse for everything. Because that shit's over. It's over. Let it go. Quit using that as an excuse to screw the people. It ain't that they got a shortage of people wanting to work because of COVID. My butthole. People don't want to work because they're lazy. It has nothing to do with COVID. It did. I agree it did. It's just people are lazy now. A lot of the newer, I'm going to say, my son, 25 years old, you know what? That lazy little snap, I almost have to beat him to get him to even get his driver's license, and he don't want it. And he's one of these, ugh. I didn't beat his ass enough as a child, I think. It just drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Yes, at one point people didn't want to work because of COVID. Well, you know what? Now people ain't going to want to work because measles is spreading around through all this crap. There's always going to be something where people don't want to work. Pay them better. Give them more incentive to work. And the lazy ones, don't matter what you do, they're not going to work. They're looking for a handout. They're looking for a free ride. That's all that is. And you can't tell me that there ain't people that want to work at that casino. I've met a lot of good people in the state of Mississippi, and I don't care what color they are, where they're from, what language they speak. I've met them all. And I've got friends of every different one. But you can't tell me that you can't find people to work. If that's the case, you're not paying them enough. There's not enough incentive. Because you know what? All them other places, all them other casinos were pretty decent. And I bet you anything there wasn't a blanket shortage at the Fitz. That's all I'm going to say about that. I am going to pause it for a minute and bring you guys right back after I do some more. Alrighty, y'all, I'm back. I looked and I'm like, oh my gosh, this one's already a long one, so. And I'm only at 77%. Oh, looks like we're going to have another episode of this to deal with. Hopefully I won't be griping and complaining the whole episode. Like, you know, I don't mean to, but when I get on here, I just speak my mind and I don't care. It doesn't matter because it's just my opinion after all. It's no big deal. And you know what they say, opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got one. Just saying, this little girl won't be going back there. Not anytime soon. They would have to do some major butt kissing, and even then, I don't know what it would take to bring us back. Any of us. I don't know. But, I will probably play this out for a little bit. I may even work on it off camera just to get this done because, ugh, I'm so over it already. I ain't never had one last this long. I'm constantly working on it. But it's freaking huge. So, and I get to talk to y'all. Even if I'm just griping, it helps me a lot to be able to gripe to y'all. And I know I'm probably gonna offend a few people. I'm sorry. That's just me. You either like me or you don't, and if you don't think that we can have different opinions and still get along, well, that's fine. I don't need negativity. So, that's okay. Is there anything else? But, you know, I am sorry if I offend people with my views and what I think. But I should also be able to have my own opinion. That's part of what's wrong with this world today. It's like people aren't allowed to have their opinions anymore. You know, if you like Biden, then you're a bad person because you agree with his policies and his stance, and because I can't afford to put gas in my car, you're a bad person. If you like Trump, you're a bad person because, you know, he's a racist and an antagonist, and that makes you a bad person. And if you don't agree with my type of music, you're a bad person. That's bullcrap. That's bullcrap, because I have friends that don't agree with me at all on my politics, and they're okay with it. They're okay with it. We do sometimes kind of get on each other's nerves, but that's just the way it goes. And with friends, you can argue about crap, but you're still friends. You don't have to agree with everyone. They don't have to have your opinion. That's what's wrong. Everybody thinks if you don't think like I do, you're wrong. That's just silliness. Everyone in the world isn't going to think the same way. They're not going to have the same belief. Belief. You know what I mean? I know you know what I mean. I've never been accused of being, you know, politically motivated one way or the other. I guess, I don't know what I would be, conservative? I don't know. But mostly, doesn't matter Democrat or Republican to me. I vote with who I think is going to do the better job. And maybe that makes me a flip-flopper, wishy-washer. I don't know. But I listen. I watch the stuff. And that's who I go with. And my opinions are my opinions. And, you know, I should be able to express my opinions on my channel. And if my viewers don't like my opinions, they should be okay with it and just be like, ugh, well, Amp, she's crazy. You know. That's the way it should be. I think, I hope, I wish. I know it's not, but... Oh well. Sorry if I pee anybody off, but I'm never gonna change. I am who I am, and I think the way I think. I've had people be like, "You're racist, 'cause you're white." And I'm like, how do you know I'm white? I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not white. I'm not white. Don't pull that crap just because of that. Everybody thinking crap. And I am so the least racist person you'll ever meet in your life. I love everybody. Until you do me wrong or pee me off, I love you all. Everybody. And I'll have these little sessions, and it's usually in my PowerWash, where I just rant and rave and bitch and moan and complain. So, yeah. Probably not a good idea. I don't care. Again, my channel, my rules. YouTube can, you know, censor out what they need to, or bitch at me for what they need to. I get it. It's their platform. But everybody else, nah. Save it. Save it. If you say something nice, don't say nothing at all. And I ain't reading that crap, y'all, over there. Not this one. I don't feel like it. I haven't felt good. I had a crappy vacation. Had to break up with my favorite casino. Just sad days. Sad days. And I didn't do any footage of me winning anything because it would have just been a footage of me moaning and bitching and complaining, because that's all I did. That's it. It was horrendously awful. Probably 90% of the time. And I'm normally a pretty freaking upbeat, cheerful, make everybody laugh. A lot like my daughter. I walk up to random people and be like, your hair is so beautiful. I love it. Or walk up to them and be like, girl, you have the prettiest smile I've ever seen. Just to make people feel good about themselves. But I'm going to tell you, this trip may have hit one or two people up with a comment or compliment for the day, but it was mostly just bitching about shit. That's another reason I'm not going back there. Try to devoid myself of negativity as much as I can. Alright, y'all. I'm yawning. I'm boring myself with all my bitching, so I'm gonna get off here and we're gonna do another video of this unfortunate catastrophe, unless I just decide to finish it up my dang self, which I very well may do. Me and Dreas are going to be doing Everdream Valley together. Rather it's streaming or recording, I'm not sure. But that is coming up. I'm also going to be doing a new video on, I think, 1 or possibly 2 new games. You'll have to wait and see what they are, as I am not 100% sure myself at the moment. There's been, or there should be, an update out on my Island Paradise game that I freaking love. So I'm going to be jumping back into that just as soon as I possibly can. I think there was an update on Stardew Valley as well. So lots and lots to do. Lots of cool videos. And doing this 4 videos on this is just it's not what I want to do. So I'll probably just finish it up off camera. Or I'll do a speed run through it or something. But anyways, I am going to end this one right here. Staring at the big beautiful candles. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a like. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next episode. Bye.